What is Big Bang actually?
Actually,
Yeah.
yes. How did our universe begin? Universe actually establishes a beginning for the universe. Is existing eternally but expanding. Einstein himself applied his theory to model this universe. An expanding universe.
Expanding universe. That
Actually,
expansion of universe is start from Big Bang, and Big Bang is start of the expansion
no,
of
actually,
universe.
I am going towards that. These are the theoretical considerations of Alexander Friedmann.
So we cannot arise the question
actually-
before Big Bang. Is
No,
there only one Big Bang, or in future another Big Bang can occur?
Big Bang as the origin of this universe.
Welcome to podcast episode. Today I have an opportunity to discuss some topics with Dr. Zahid Mughal. He is a cosmologist, and today we are going to discuss very interesting topic. The point is that what is Big Bang actually?
Actually,
Yes.
if you don't use the word actually, then Big Bang, everyone knows what might be it. Bang means a great noise, explosion. For example, you trust your hand on this table
Yeah.
and it creates a great noise. That is bang. But now you have used the word actually.
Yeah.
So when you use the word actually, then I have to take it. It means the Big Bang theory scientifically.
Yes.
So almost I believe now everyone is familiar with it. Big Bang actually is the name given to how given to the state or phase of nucleating of our universe from nothingness. The time when our universe sprang out from nothingness. How did our universe begin in time, creating space and time collapsedly, unifiedly? That theory that explains how did the creation of the universe occur is given the name Big Bang. Although historically we know that this is misnomer. This nemesis, this name given to such type of creation of the universe was accidental. Actually, Fred Hoyle, a great proponent of the steady state theory. Steady state theory stands rival to the Big Bang theory. Big Bang theory of the creation of the universe actually establishes a beginning for the universe.
I think
That
first.
it began in some time.
Okay, definitely.
It is not eternally existing, but steady state theory actually uh, maintains that the universe we are familiar with is existing eternally but expanding.
Okay, another way we can say that the start of space and time, the
Yes,
Big Bang.
actually, you uttered these words suitably. Actually, space and time themselves were created in the Big Bang. It is believed, and up to a certain level, are supported by observation. However, I consider it more suitable to go back towards the historical perspective as how the Big Bang theory emerged as the landmark theory of this universe in which we are living right now. Almost all physicists or students of physics and applied mathematics doing work in this field know that Einstein, completing his PhD, accompanied by presenting three more papers. Out of these three papers, one paper known as in English known as on the electrodynamics of moving bodies, propounded the special theory of relativity that for inertial observers, a privileged class of observers, the laws of physics, by laws of physics I mean the laws of mechanics and of electrodynamics, I mean electromagnetism, remain invariant.
Invariant.
This is special relativity. And along with it, the notions of space and time from the classical concept of absolutism, that space and time are absolute in classical physics, was actually revolutionized to be relative.
Okay, okay.
Relative means actually based on two postulates of special theory of relativity that laws of physics for inertial observers are invariant. This is a special covariance. And adjacently, second postulate is that the speed of light or velocity of light is an invariant for all observers, for inertial observers in a vacuum. When actually we take speed of light constant, space and time lose their absolute nature and they become relative, and you may call personal. Okay, Einstein took 10 years, and in 1915, Einstein formulated his field equations in his general theory of relativity, and in 1916, general theory was established theory in which not only inertial observers, rather non-inertial observers was also accommodated. And uh, Einstein himself applied his theory to model this universe. So, first spherically static model was formulated based on the general covariance, I mean based on the Einstein field equations, and that model actually models the universe as a limited spherical world, static spherical world. That is the first relativistic model based on the general theory of relativity.
By Einstein.
Actually, here is a great point to discuss that Einstein, when intended to apply field equations to the universe, and what he came with was actually dynamic. On applying field equation to the universe, Einstein saw that they give the dynamic solution, an expanding universe.
Expanding universe.
Actually, at that time, Einstein was overwhelmed by the conventionalism at one side, and on the other side, non availability of the astronomical data.
Another way we can say that the expansion of universe is start from Big Bang, and Big Bang is start of the expansion
No,
of
actually,
universe.
I am going towards that. This is just historical remarks. Okay, Einstein, due to non-availability of the data regarding the dynamic nature of the universe, Einstein introduced a cosmological constant in his field equations that actually counterbalance the gravitational force of the existing matter in the universe, and so he got a static and stationary model of the universe. It was actually, and an year later, De Sitter, a great astronomer, actually modeled a universe without matter. However, the characteristic of his model is that without matter, the geometry of the universe was expanding,
Hmm.
but there is no matter.
Geometry of universe expanding.
However, uh, presently being considered the father of cosmology, Alexander Friedmann, in 1922, actually, he found a model that was expanding in 1922, and in 1923 he wrote a book on general relativity and its solutions. The book name goes as The World of Space and Time. And in 1924 he actually modeled a universe that can contract as well. So Alexander Friedmann, however, at a very short age, in just 37-year old, he died due to pneumonia, and he could not see the consequences of his work. However, the Alexander Friedmann book describes that Einstein equations admit a dynamic universe. The dynamic solutions uh, can be had from the field equations that posit a universe that can expand, contract, and even can be born from nothingness. These are the theoretical considerations of Alexander Friedman.
Before 1949, when there was no concept of Big Bang.
Until now, until 24 or 25, there was no concept of Big Bang.
Big Bang.
Okay, we are just approaching to that. Another Belgian physicist who was also a church father, uh, George Lemaitre, and who was the student of, uh, Eddington, Sir Arthur Eddington, a great brain of Great Britain after Newton. George Lemaitre unknowingly or not conversant that already Alexander Friedman has done dynamic solutions to the Einstein field equations. He actually re found out or recalculated such dynamic solutions in 1927, and along with it he observationally derived a law that states that the galaxies from all sides of the earth are receding away from the earth. The more a galaxy is away from the earth, the more forcefully it is receding from the earth.
From Earth or from our galaxy?
Because
Milky
we are
Way.
observing everything from our earth.
Earth, oh yes, as an observer.
Earth is not the center of the universe. However, we as a human being, the observer, scientifically are lying here.
Because we are observing from the planet Earth.
Yes.
So we can say that from the observance, the planet is the center for this observance, but not center for the universe.
No. However, we can't do more than it because we can't find easily that this is the center and move there and locate our observer there to observe this universe. Okay, so George Lemaitre's work laid hidden as his work was published in a low impact journal. However, when in 1929 Edwin Hubble,
Hubble.
you certainly have heard the name Hubble,
Yeah, yeah,
Hubble
yeah,
telescope,
Hubble
has
telescope,
been
very
named after
popular
his
name. Everyone know that.
Edwin Hubble in America actually interpreted the red shift of the light being received from the distant galaxies. First, actually, he established that there are many galaxies, not only our Milky Way. And then, actually, the same George Lemaitre's law was re-enunciated by Edwin Hubble that all the galaxies centering ourselves, yeah, that I mean Earth, are receding away from Earth. The more far away a galaxy is, more fastly it is receding or moving away from it.
Galaxy
This
receding
is
from
known as
galaxy,
Hubble's law.
or inside the galaxy is there this type of receding and expansion exists?
No, I just remark on it. Actually, this question might be raised when I would have established the expansion of the universe, but until now, expansion has not been established.
Okay, okay.
Actually, when I am talking about that, Edwin Hubble interpreted the light received from the distant galaxies and interpreted that galaxies are receding away,
Away.
going away from Earth
From
from all
from
sides,
from starting point.
from all sides, taking the Earth as starting point. Galaxies, there are many galaxies, and galaxies are receding away from us. And actually, by this, he observationally he established the expansion of the universe by this law.
Okay.
By the recessional velocities of the galaxies, he established that the cosmic expansion is a reality, and cosmos, the universe, is expanding.
Or this expansion proved that the Big Bang occurred because after Big Bang everything
No,
going to expand
yes, if you
like
allow me,
explosion.
I could explain it. Now, when cosmic expansion is established, okay. Now, Einstein with Eddington and with De Sitter wrote papers to accept that the work of Alexander Friedmann and of George Lemaitre has in their own footing on right place, and actually this universe is expanding, and introduction of a cosmological constant to make this static is my blunder.
But I also listened that the expansion of universe is occurring, but speed of this expansion is going slow down.
Please slow down. Actually, let me first answer your first question. When Einstein accepted that my introduction of the cosmological constant to make this universe static is my mistake, my blunder, then actually from 1929 the cosmic expansion was established. Are you following?
Yes,
That the universe is expanding.
expanding.
I later will come to that remarks you just put now. Now, when we interpret, and technically we say that extrapolate,
Extrapolate.
having some consequences or results, and basing on those, something can be interpreted. This is what we call extrapolation, that the cosmic expansion presently is expanding, universe is expanding,
Expanding.
and now we gradually go backwards in time,
Backward
backward in time.
in time.
Extrapolate means we will interpret this cosmic expansion that we observing right now, what consequences we can get when we go backward this expansion. So going backward, we reach ultimately at a single point that is infinitely dense, infinitely hot, infinitely condensed point. That point actually burst out within no time, and that actually based on this expansion is known as Big Bang. And Big Bang actually was not the name given from these uh, mathematicians who worked on the solutions of the general relativity. Rather, Fred Hoyle, a great, you can say, pioneer. Fred Hoyle actually was the pioneer of steady state theory, a rival theory of the Big Bang.
But he used the word Big Bang in 1949 on radio. But also some people say that
Please.
he say it's like a joke.
Kindly listen. Actually, until we understand that what is steady state theory, we we contrast it with the Big Bang, we will not be able to understand why the Fred Hoyle called it as a Big Bang. Actually, steady state theory maintains that this universe is existing from the time immemorial, eternal, existing always, however expanding.
Spending.
There is no end in steady state theory, though no beginning uh, of this universe in past time. Steady state theory is this.
With no
It
start,
is,
no end.
and I'm not uttering word for end. However, there is no beginning,
Okay.
and might be there is no end for steady state. However, so a great proponent. So about in 1949, Fred Hoyle, talking in a radio interview, he pejoratively said that those who call that the cosmic this universe emerged or sprang from a big bang, sprang through a big bang,
Spreading.
spreading from a single point. Those who claim that the creation of their universe actually happened from a single point through a big bang. Actually, these are the words that Fred Hoyle uttered pejoratively, stultifyingly.
Okay.
So, Fred Hoyle, proponent of steady state theory, actually gave this name, not positively remarking to this theory, rather pejoratively. So this name was so became so famous that you can find millions of millions names based on this Big Bang on many electronic media sources, etc. However, in 1940, Uh, a great work was rendered by a student of Alexander Friedmann, uh, as how was the universe started from a big bang, or started through the interpretation of the expansion, and how the early elements like hydrogen, helium, and neutrinos, etc., are formed. Actually, in 1940 and later in 1960, when the CMB was discovered accidentally. CMB means cosmic microwave background.
Cosmic microwave background.
This is actually, these words require great attention. Cosmic microwave background is the electromagnetic radiation of microwave nature, or falling in the microwave part of the electromagnetic spectrum, that bears a uniform temperature of of about 2.7 Kelvin across the universe, throughout the universe, and is actually postulated, considered as the uh, remnants of the Big Bang, as the imprints that Big Bang left behind in this space. So, CMB is the greatest evidence for supporting the Big Bang theory of the beginning of the universe.
Okay. Okay.
Now, turning towards your last question, that now it is considered that the expansion universe is not only expanding, rather it is expanding acceleratedly. Yes,
Yes.
in 19, actually what we call matter is in the form of stars, planets, and other rocks we are familiar with. So in this context, uh, greatly in 19, in the about in 1990, around this time, scientists speculated that in the known form of matter, now expansion might be decelerating, might be slowing down. So they were from America, and from NASA, two teams working on it, uh, led by the great astronomers like Sol Perlmutter, etc. They actually found in 1998 that rather rather slowing down the expansion of the universe, it is expanding acceleratedly. It is accelerating.
Accelerating.
So 1929 is the year when the cosmic expansion was discovered by Edwin Hubble.
Okay.
And 1998 is the year when it was found that this expansion, instead of slowing down, it is accelerating. It is
Accelerating.
accelerating.
Okay, okay, okay.
And here I would like also to remark that Stephen Hawking later on remarked that when actually in 1929 Hubble discovered that the cosmic this universe is expanding, uh, Stephen Hawking remarked that this is the same universe
Hmm.
that is discovered by Hubble.
Hubble.
Actually, it is the same universe that was theoretically predicted by Friedmann.
Okay.
It is, and Friedman was Russian. It is the great credit to the Alexander Friedman uh, findings and his work. Theoretically, actually, he completed all things. However, they might be contributed unknowingly the same things. However, when observationally it is found that the universe is expanding, so Stephen remarked that it is the same universe that was theoretically worked by Friedman.
Friedman. Good, good.
This is how the story of the cosmic origin, known as the Big Bang theory, goes on.
And expansion and this universe going toward end. Uh, this was a great discussion, but I have another question. This is fantastic, and many people confused like me. When we discuss the Big Bang theory, there is some confusion. If the Big Bang occur, what was before Big Bang?
Oh, actually, this is the philosophical question and might be addressed in actually what is the realm or regime of sciences is the intellectual field. Intellectual field means through whatever we gain, obtain through senses, the data obtained through the senses, our five senses, and processed by the brain, our mind.
Okay,
That is intellect. That is the realm of sciences.
science, yeah. Positive
So,
sciences.
in one sense, I could respond to your question by saying that this question is does not fall in the realm of sciences because sciences discuss only what could be addressed through the senses, through our intellect. When there is nothing at all, then a science or a student of science, why should raise this question? What was before
We
this
can,
physicality?
but easy answer. If anyone asks what was before Big Bang, we can say nothing. It's mean before the Big Bang was nothing.
Actually, there is a great dictum, you may call a law or principle in Greek philosophy, and later in 17th century philosopher also it is stated, uh, ex nihilo nihil fit. Nothing comes out of nothing.
Nothing comes out of nothing.
Out of nothing.
Okay.
I mean to say, or philosophers meant to say that, or scientists may argue that whatever emerged and now is our universe, from that point, that was actually nothing before it gave in the form of giving out this universe. Actually, that was pure potency.
Potency.
In Urdu we call bilkuwa majood hona. So the point out of which or from which this universe sprang out. That point was actually potentially or in potency, assimilating the whole cosmic fabric,
Okay.
but in potency, potentially. Now this is the act.
Act.
Now this universe we are calling as universe is act. That was potentiality, potency. So potency or potentiality can never be annihilated or mortalized. It just transforms from form to form. There is the concept of cyclic universe, or we call as the Big Bang was not the just beginning of this universe we are part of. Actually, it was Big Bang was the contraction of the previous universe, and when contracted, it re-emerged in the form of bang, a great bang or emergence or spring up.
Okay, okay, you are right. But another way we can say that if before the Big Bang there was no time, no space, so we cannot arise the
It
question
actually,
before Big Bang.
actually, this question automatically uh, loses its meaning because science can only talk about a thing when it comes into space and time.
Okay,
And if again, if science persists that I have right to raise this question, then science must be philosophized,
okay, okay,
or you can say religionized.
okay. Good, good. There is another question in my mind. Is there only one Big Bang, or in future another Big Bang can occur, or Big
Actually,
Bang is only unique and it was one?
actually, if you could provide me an opportunity, we could talk about it in detail more after this.
Okay, okay.
Actually, inflationary universe is now an disentangly attached with the Big Bang. Inflation means that in the very first second of the occurrence of the Big Bang, you can say in the trillionth of the first second,
Okay.
when the universe started, it expanded superluminary, the much faster light than the speed of light,
Okay, okay.
and that occurred just in a very small fraction of the first second. This ultra fast expansion of the universe in the very first second is known as inflation.
Inflation.
And the pioneer of it is still living in America from MIT, Alan Guth.
Okay, okay, okay.
So, inflation theory and the Big Bang as the origin of this universe now are actually studied concomitantly. Concomitantly means that they are the integral part of each other in making a good theory of the beginning of the universe.
Okay.
Now, inflation theory allows us that there are this our universe, observable universe, just is one case that came out through Big Bang. However, there are occurring many other such Big Bang or inflations uh, that are creating such universes. But we can't get access to them easily because we are just restrained by so vastness in this universe and where to go beyond to them. So there is a likely possibility that there may be many other such universes. As Imam Razi from Islamic world in his exegesis on the Quran said that that God can is actually God is potent to create not only this universe but many universe like this.
God created
But this is
or
the
can
religious
create.
view. But scientific view also endorses it.
Okay, okay, okay. There are much more gap to discuss this topic, and today discussion was very fantastic. I enjoy and learn the much more things. I am very thankful to you. I hope you all are enjoying this discussion, and your commit will be very encouraged to discuss another topic. Thank you, sir, and thank you watching for this podcast.